Sean Sewell with Engearment.com and our gym Axistence Athletics on this beautiful sunny day to show you the bike we've been using for the last month. It's the Vvolt Centauri II. It's the newest version of Centauri from the tried and true lineup from Vvolt. What this is like a commuter bike, daily use bike, recreational bike that's well built, has a lot of really streamlined features, is easy to use, very comfortable for a wide range of people. And in this video, I'll show you the features, the functionality, and then I'll take you on a bike ride over on our local path here and see it in real life being used. So let's get into it. First, we'll start with sizing as we always do. I'm 6 foot, 210 pounds. This bike is the medium large. There are 3 sizes: small, medium large, large, extra large. The medium large fits a wide variety of people. I had the seat adjusted for my 32-inch inseam, although we've had people shorter than me. Ryan has been on here, he's 6 inches shorter than me, and got the seat down. Accommodated him. We've had people 6'2" on here, so raise the seat up a little bit. So check the sizing charts to find the right size for you. This is the medium large. What you're gonna see here is a nice unisex drop tube, so anybody can get on this bike, men and women, everything in between can get on this bike right here. It's comfortable geometry, which I'll show you in the video on the path. It just lines up really nicely biomechanically. Comes with platform pedals right here, a mid-mount motor. This is where you charge right here, proprietary cable for that. 2.4-inch tires, wide enough for city use for sure, as well as a little bit of trail use. You can see the dirt. We did take it on some trails. Not a mountain bike by any means, but capable. Up here is a built-in headlight, and I'll show that functionality and how to turn on here in a second. That's really nice, so that we don't have to mount a light up on the handlebars, right? This mount right here is for the camera I used for the video that you're about to see. Also installed is rear lights. A nice set of rear lights. And what's cool about this is it feeds off the battery, so you don't have to charge USB-C cables or change out AA or AAA batteries. It's all part of the system, like your car if you have a car. It's kind of cool functionality when you think about it that way. Drop tube going back here. This is where the kind of magic happens. It's actually an automatic bike. There's no gear shifter over here, as you can see. There's 3 speeds. So as you're going along, it'll adjust the speed appropriate for your conditions. For the video I'm about to show you, we were on a bike path that had a 15-mile-per-hour speed limit, so I got in 2nd gear, but around the neighborhood here, we got to 28 miles an hour, the top speed, and I got to 3rd gear. It's all powered in the hub, the shifting happens there, and then it's attached to a belt drive, a strong rubberized belt from a company called Gates. Gates is a local company here in Colorado, and that is a really nice taut drivetrain. There's no slack, nothing to adjust, no chain link to take out, no chain to break. It's just a sturdy belt. They say on paper it's 4 times more durable. I have no way of testing that until I break something, and I haven't broken it yet. Over here on the handlebars, you get nice sizable handlebars. There's extra cushioning right here where you would lean into it when you're biking for longer distances. There's a bell. It's not a very loud bell, but it's there. I actually prefer this over louder bells, especially on crowded streets where you're going to be doing it more often. Shimano brakes, front and rear. And then that's about it. You get controls right here for the amount of assistance you want, and I'll show you how that all works. Hey, turn on, down, up. There's 5 levels, I believe. And then the headlight button is right here, and I'll show you that here in a second. But yeah, this is the bike setup. Also, it comes with a rear and front fender. I have the fenders on right now. I took the front fender off actually to mount this into a bike rack. So you might have to do that for some bike racks. I did for mine, but the rear one was able to stay on. The fenders are very useful, especially here in the spring when we get rain showers and snow showers and puddles are everywhere, mud and stuff. The fenders do a great job of keeping you from getting skunked. That's what I'm thinking about. All right, I'll show you how this all works. All right, how to turn on the bike and go through the settings. There's a button right here. We're gonna hold that down. Screen turns on, it says Vvolt. We'll start at the very beginning with off. That is no assistance whatsoever, 48-mile range, full battery. It's actually more like 90% battery. I've been riding for about half an hour. So we'll go to the next level, chill. Just a little bit of assistance. Eco, which is where I usually have it. Tour, which is another place to hang out. Sport, if you really want some assistance. And if you desperately need assistance, barely getting by and you need a whole lot of help, Turbo is here to help. And then back to eco where I usually keep it. This button right here is going to be for the headlights. So you push that and the headlights turn on. It is on right there. Hard to see in daylight. Also, the tail light is on, which is a really nice feature. So tail light is on, and I know you won't be able to see it very well, but the headlight is on. I'll turn it off so you can see. There's off, and there's on. Pretty sweet. All right, now that you've seen all the functionality and the features, let's go take it on trail. All right, we have the new Centauri II from Vvolt. We tested the previous version a couple years ago, and it's a very easy to use commuting bike, all-purpose bike. And so today, here in March of 2025, I'm going to take you on our Cherry Creek path, give you a little walk-through, or bike-through, I should say, of this bike. Comes in 3 sizes. This is the medium-large. I am 6 foot. Fits me in my geometry very well. We've had other riders on it who are smaller as well as taller, and they've been able to use it. I think Ryan's 5'5", and he used it just fine. It's a unisex bike, so the top bar is lower so you can cross over. So male, female, anyone in between can use this bike. The geometry is nice. Again, I'm 6 foot, 210 pounds, and it feels good to ride this bike. You don't have to hunch over. It's not a race bike. It's just a nice bike to ride. You know, I've done 5-10 mile clips here and there. That's kind of probably typical for a lot of people, how they would probably use a bike for commuting or just for pleasure. I'll tell you about the bike. Got Shimano brakes on front and rear. Got a mono shock underneath the frame going to the fork. You have 5 levels of assistance, from none to where I am at sport, and there's 1 past your boost. There's a button right here on my right side. If I push it, we get 4 seconds of extra power. I'll push it. Right now it kicked in, and this is helpful if you're trying to cross a street or something. You get about 4 seconds, and there it was, of boost. One thing that stands out from this, well, a few things really. It's a 3-speed automatic transmission, so you don't have to think about shifting gears. There's no levers actually to shift gears, so it just does it for you. There's a bell, kind of a muted bell, nothing too aggressive, on the right side. On the left side is where you turn on the power right here and select the levels of assistance, as well as headlights. So there's a headlight and tail light built in. You can push the button and it will turn on, and I'll show you a picture and video of that here in a moment as well. Very nice to have that already built in, so you don't have to mount a light on the handlebars and worry about recharging it and all that. That light is just part of the same battery that is removable, so you can take it out for safety's sake. Anti-theft, I guess. Another cool thing about this bike, as with a lot of the Vvolt bikes, is this belt drive. Gates belt, which actually Gates is a company here in Denver, Colorado. Belt, so the theory there is, won't lose tension, won't really need a whole lot of maintenance, and just direct torque. Always works. No links to adjust, nothing to bind up, not going to get messed up in the flywheel. Just works. Cruising at 15 miles an hour, which is the speed limit for right here. This will top out at 28 miles per hour, but I'm trying to be a nice law-abiding citizen and stick to the rules for everybody's benefit. I'm not too sure if I'll pan out or not, but the creek is right there, Cherry Creek. There's some geese, some meadowlarks, real pleasant. The bike itself, you can add panniers to it, extra water bottles, all kinds of accessories you can add to the front fork as well as the rear. And there is a cargo spot attached in the rear. I'm going to get to the cool part of our adventure here real quick. And I love the smell of the water. Oh, it's pretty. I think that might be a beaver. No, that's a duck. I thought it was a beaver for a second. We do have beavers in this creek. See some beaver dams. It's a nice resource we have here in the middle of Denver. Goes all the way up to Cherry Creek State Park, which is, we're not going to go there today. And then it goes all the way downtown to Denver. And then past that. No, I'm going to loop around. Now, the monoshock does a good job, you can kind of see me bouncing a little bit, of providing good amount of shock absorption. It's not quite as much as a full-on front shock, but it's enough for this kind of terrain. Before I push record, I was on the sidewalk next to a busy street. Doesn't make for a good video, but I can demonstrate that there's a lot of big gaps in the concrete between the slabs, and I did a good job handling that. Wasn't jarring or anything. Yeah. Quack, quack, quack. Quack, quack, quack. Ducks are talking. What else can I tell you? 60 mile on average duration for the battery. Maybe a little bit less, you know, if you put it in sport or boost mode. And yeah, no problem doing 17. The screen, I've got polarized glasses on, so it's a little bit hard for me to see a screen. That's one thing I wish was a little bit different. But that's, again, something happens with polarized sunglasses of different brands. It's hard to see screens. Even my iPhone is like that too. So I'm not gonna knock the bike. Pretty simple, you know, pretty simple. What else can I tell you about it? Mid-drive motor, which is common for better e-bikes. That's not on the rear hub. So it's, the weight's placed a little bit better. Speaking of weight, this thing's around 50 pounds, which is relatively light for an e-bike. I have tested plenty of e-bikes that are heavier. Heck, my Quiet Cat's like 85 pounds, but that's a full suspension fat bike, so it kind of makes sense. But I've used a few different Vvolts, and for the price, $3,200, I believe, it's a good bike. It's a solid bike. You know, not cheaping out on anything. There are more expensive bikes out there for sure, but it's just a solid bike. I believe I have a Vvolt from 2 years ago that I gave to a friend, and he and his family use it all the time. Still going strong. I haven't had any maintenance issues or battery life issues. So again, as I say in a lot of videos, you get what you pay for. This one is a loaner. I've had it for a month now. We've had it at our gym for other people to go bike around the neighborhood, come out here and get different people's takes on it, men and women, all different backgrounds and ages. And it's been good. Everybody's been really happy with it. Again, very comfortable geometry. Handlebars are nice. There's padding on the handlebars that hits right on the palm, which is really quite pleasant. Steering is nice and agile. It's not too soft and squishy as far as the ride, but it's not too stiff where you're gonna like lose a crown or a filling. Just overall really good. Part 2, I'll go over the features and functionality looking at the bike, not just me riding the bike. But I just want to kind of show you what, you know, a 5-minute bike ride looks like, and kind of go over the features in real time as we're using them. So now we're gonna head back to the gym. Welcome back. That was a lot of fun. Hope you enjoy seeing the bike being used in the real world on our favorite trail here local to our gym in Denver. And yeah, you can see the geometry is really nice and it feels good. The layout's really awesome. The brakes work nice. The automatic shifting is smooth. Whole lot to like about the bike. All right, as we wrap up this video, I'll go over some of the features and who I think this might be ideal for. I think this is ideal for pretty much anybody getting into e-bikes, especially for the first time. They want something that's very user-friendly, something they know what to think about, something that's already pretty much put together that'd be good for urban use, for fun, or for commuting. This is pretty ideal for that. It's well built, like I said, the built-in light and the built-in rear light, the fact you don't have to recharge those because they're powered by the big battery is really nice. That's kind of a game changer right there. Plus you don't lose any real estate on the handlebars, and they're already installed and they're good. That's a nice bonus. The automatic transmission, the 3-speed automatic transmission is nice. Don't have to think about shifting gears. You just pedal and it will assist. Need more assist, go up a level or 2. Pretty simple. The belt drive system, tried and true. I've seen it on my friends' Harleys. Tough enough for a motorcycle, it's tough enough for an e-bike. That's my opinion. The comfort out of the box is great. The seat is nice and cushy for men and for women. No complaints there. The handlebars are nice and cushy as well. The geometry felt really nice as you saw in the video. All right, what else? It is MSRP of $3,200, which, you know, it's up there in price, but it's a very high quality bike, and you get a 3-year warranty out of that too. So definitely don't want to go cheap on an e-bike. There are cheaper alternatives, and we have broken them, and that's why we do not do reviews on them. This one, we've had dozens of people on and have not come close to damaging anything. And we've taken it off trail or off pavement a few times. We've biked around potholes and construction zones on the nice path that you saw in the video and everything in between. In the rain, a little bit of snow. We're gonna get snow tonight actually. And in sunny days like today. What else can I tell you? It's a really sharp bike. You can attach the panniers. The shelf back here is very useful if you're getting groceries. You can mount stuff on there. It's really well built. $3,200, you get your pay for it. Hopefully this was helpful. If it was, a thumbs up, we appreciate it. If you want to see more bike coverage, consider subscribing to our Engearment YouTube channel. Link right there. I have a whole lot more bike stuff coming up, actually some helmets, alarms, clothing, a lot more coming up in the bike world. We're just getting started. It's March. We have a whole summer ahead of us. So definitely come back and check out our YouTube channel for more updates on reviews. I'm Sean Sewell, owner and director of Stoke for Engearment. Till next time, take care.